Howdy folks, welcome back to another episode of the $50 Funko Pop Collection Challenge. The overall goal of this series is to buy a $100 Funko Pop from every single Funko Pop category, starting with just a $50 bill. I believe in the last episode, guys, we were able to knock off 2 different categories in Pop Zodiac and Drag Queens. Which if you want to take a look, guys, I've got them hung up right here. Freddie Cancer, Trixie Mattel. So those are looking pretty good that we got those hung up on the wall. And after buying those 2 pops, guys, I was left with a total of $455.36 in the collection budget. And that still leaves us with a smaller handful of categories that we need to complete. And honestly, guys, if you have any of the categories that I'm looking for $100 pops, you know, any shops that have them, let me know, because if we can get this done quicker rather than later, that would be ideal. But folks, let's go out on the hunt. Let's go to some of my local stores, see if we can find some good deals on some things and add even more collection funds back into the budget. So without any further ado, let's get it started. Here we go. I am here, guys. My next 2 stops are going to be 2 different thrift stores, so Savers and Deseret Industries. It's pretty hit or miss on the things that I actually do find here, but when I do find stuff, it's usually pretty cheap. So that's what I'm banking on today. Let's go into store number 1. So usually where I like to start, guys, is in their valuable section right here. They'll have like video games, jewelry. Sometimes they have pops that have been on those shelves back there, but unfortunately they didn't have any. They do have pops on these shelves sometimes, and I actually do end up finding one, like this Wonder Woman right here, guys. It's not a really valuable one. I mean, they have it for $10.99 and it goes for about that, but hey, it's pretty cool that we found a Funko Pop inside of here. You don't find Funko Pops all the time. I also went back to the toy section and I found this Gingerbread Hulk, which they're asking $5, and that's what it goes for. So I think I'm going to pass on that one today, but it's an interesting one, a Funko Pop nonetheless. Back in kind of the loose figure section, guys, in their, you know, toy section, I did find this Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat, and with a box it usually goes for about $10. They're asking about $5.50 for this one. So a cool one, a little bit of an older one, but I'm going to pass on that today. That was it at Savers. Hey, you know what? They actually had some stuff at that thrift store, so I'll take it. Was it anything that I really wanted? No. But let's head on to the next location. Okay, made my way over to Deseret Industries. I have found pretty good stuff here before. Pretty hit or miss, like I said, like the other thrift store. But anyways, let's head on in, see what they got. Inside of the DI, guys, I go straight back to their valuable case because that's where they would usually have Funko Pops, and they actually had a decent selection of stuff, guys. You can see a couple of different Thor Pops, a couple of different My Little Pony Pops as well. This one was probably the best Thor, and I was kind of debating on getting it. They had it for $12. There was a weird kind of crease on the top of it, guys, so I don't know. I kind of regret on this one because that one might have been a good one to pick up for an auction and get some more funds back into our budget. But we also had a couple of older My Little Pony Pops, guys, right here. They were asking $18 and it goes for about that. So definitely an interesting one for sure, but that was pretty much it. You know, I gotta say, they actually had a decent selection of stuff with those My Little Pony figures and those Thor ones. They just had a little bit more damage than I anticipated. That's kind of what you expect when you go to a thrift store, but if that one Thor, the collector core one, was $8, I think I would have definitely got that. But today I think I'm gonna pass on it, but hey, you never know what you can find. You always gotta go to your thrift stores. I hit up another Deseret Industries, guys, and the only 2 pops that they had in their valuable case was this Dolores Umbridge and also a pop from Monsters University. Those don't really have much value. They were asking about like $7 each, and that's about what they go for. And then I also saw this out-of-box pop, guys, of Katniss for $5, and actually that's not a bad deal if it did have a box, but unfortunately I think I'm going to pass on that one, even though it is a little bit of an older pop. All right, guys, here at Savers, hoping for some thrift store magic, if you will. Hopefully we can find something good for cheap. That would be ideal. Let's head on in. Again, you see this trend, guys. I'm going straight to the valuable case to see what they got. Sometimes I have picked up video games for this challenge series, guys, and there was a couple of different DS games in here, and I wanted to see what they had prices on them. They had a Mario Party DS game for $18.99 and then a Kirby one. The Kirby one usually goes for, I think, about $35 from what I've seen, so that might have been a decent pickup, but I ended up passing on those ones. And then back in their toy section, guys, where they have, you know, different figures and things that are loose, they did have a couple of Funko Pops like this one from Dark Crystal. I think it's Kira. Usually it has a buddy with it, and it didn't. And they also had this Legally Blonde Pop. So them being out of box, unfortunately, was not worth it, especially that Kira, because it didn't have its little buddy with it. And then also, guys, the Snoke Pop. A lot of Star Wars fans I know are really upset about how Snoke ended up turning out. And, well, the pop is about the same. There's really not much value there. Unfortunately, that was pretty much it. Entertain Mart. You guys know the drill. If they got anything new, if they've got anything that I'm looking for, that's why we're here. Let's go check it out. Starting off right at the front, guys, here's a couple of things that I found. We have the Spider-Man Bug-Eye suit. Definitely not a great deal on that one. Donovan Mitchell as well is kind of a cool pop, but unfortunately the price wasn't great on that one if we wanted to make some money. Twinkie the Kid's an awesome one. Somebody asked about this in my last video, guys, the Galactus right here. So I just wanted to show that it's just like a more expensive price on that chase right there for whoever asked that question. Inside of this case back here, guys, they had a Brennan Huff, which if you're looking to add that for your personal collection, that's not a bad price at $40, considering it usually goes for about $60. But moving things along, guys, I went to their other valuable case right here. They had a couple of different Skyrim pops in here. Alduin, they had it for $60. It goes for about $50. They had the Whiterun Guard as well. So those are a couple of different older like video game pops you don't see. And then I found this one, which I found it interesting that they only priced it for $12.99 because it's about a $25, $30 pop. So I think I'm actually going to pick this one up. That seems to be a pretty good deal, guys. And that was pretty much it, guys. And I got something else though. Folks, I wasn't able to get this on video. I got a couple pictures and I'll explain here in a second, but I think I just had the find of the century. So first things first, guys, I ended up getting this. This is about a $25 pop that I got for $12.99. This is Dovahkiin from Skyrim. And honestly, this is in pretty good shape. I mean, this came out in 2015, so definitely a really solid one. But the one, guys, that I saw on the back counter, I asked if it was for sale. They said it was, and they were about to put it on the sales floor. But for $25, guys, I ended up picking up the 1970s Elvis. Now I know what you're saying, guys. There is a lot of fakes of these out there, and at first glance, I have a feeling this might be legit. So the reason I say that is because things that you want to look out for, guys, is like the border on like the front right here of the character. That seems to be all like even and everything. I mean, it's got that sticker as well, which honestly, that's something that you want to look for too. And from what I can tell, I think overall print quality, it's pretty good. I mean, obviously there's a little dings and dents in there, but I don't know, guys. Like I said, I might have to do a couple more comparisons, but I think it's legit. And if it is, this is a great find. And if not, I just spent $25 on a fake. Either way, if it is a fake, I mean, it might make a good display piece, but we'll have to do some comparisons, guys. You know, folks, I highly doubt that we're gonna find anything as good as that Elvis, but I'm here at another location, at my favorite local mall, mind you, at yet another Entertainment location. Let's see if we can get as lucky as we did the last one. Okay, folks, right up front, I'm actually seeing potentially maybe a couple good things. Like that pop from Warcraft right there, guys. Is it Murghol? Is that how you say that? I'll have to look that one up and see what its price is at. But it might be a pretty good one. We also have Gollum right there. What else we got in here? Night King. We have a Miles Morales as well. I wonder if they've got anything in store, but like I said, I'll look up that Murghol real quick. Going inside of the store, they always have so many Funko Pops, guys. Sometimes it's new, sometimes it's just the older stuff. But this is an older Star Wars pop that unfortunately doesn't have much value. We have Bib Fortuna right here. Doesn't really go much for, you know, above $5 of what they have it listed for, even though it is a little bit of an older one, kind of an interesting one. We got Skiing Freddy right here. Definitely a cool pop, but not one that I'm going to pick up today because its price is not much above $10. We have the Psycho Shriner, I believe, as well. Another really cool older pop, doesn't really have much value. We also have Slapstick, which that was a part of a Hot Topic mystery box, I believe, for Black Friday, I want to say. So that's kind of a cool older one to see. And then in their valuable case, exact same stuff that I've seen within the past couple weeks. Nothing new, guys. A lot of overpriced stuff and the same stuff that I've seen, you know, going there every different week. All right, guys, I am back at home. So total of what we spent in this video, I believe it was $40.73. Dovahkiin from Skyrim right here, guys, I got for $12.99. This pop goes for about $25. So that's a double up, which is great. So I'm hoping that we can get 25. But folks, which leads me to Elvis right here. And I'll move Dovahkiin to the side, guys, so we can focus more on Elvis. So after posting on Instagram, guys, and asking a lot of different people who had this pop if I could compare it to their real one, they gave me a couple of tips of things to look for. So we already did mention, guys, one thing that you want to look for is this border right here. Most of the fakes usually have like a thicker border, or it's not even. And on here as well, the border right here will be a little bit thicker too. And it looks like it checks out on that border. Another thing that I didn't know about, guys, that you want to be on the lookout for as well with the fakes, the Elvis is actually set in the box to the left more rather than center. And you'll notice that he is more centered in the box rather than the figure being more left. So that's a good sign. Also, another thing somebody told me to look out for, guys, was actually the stars on his sleeves. So you want to look for a pattern that's a little bit more random. If it's more like straight, that's usually what the fakes are going to be like. But if the stars are more random, it is a legit pop. So looks like it checks on that. And I think another thing that you want to look out for as well is the sticker on the bottom, and everything checked out on that with the font, the year, and guys, I've come to the conclusion that we have a legit authentic 1970s Elvis right here. Now, obviously box condition isn't mint by any means, as you can see on here, but this is a pop that you do not come across very often. I was looking on eBay, guys, and there are tons of fake listings, but you don't see very many like legit authentic listings very often. But from what I can tell, guys, PPG has this going for $600 if it is mint. And then recent sales that I've seen for about what this condition goes for is maybe like anywhere between like $250 to like maybe $400. So I'm gonna go right in the middle, guys, estimated value of $300. So overall, guys, I'm thinking we can get about $325 from what we found today, which will be great because, you know, we're still looking for some pops for the collection challenge, and that would help us get even closer to finishing the challenge. You know, folks, I only found 2 things, but with that Elvis and that Skyrim pop, oh my goodness, guys, what amazing finds. And if you want to help me add more funds back to my collection budget, guys, definitely join my next Whatnot auction here in about less than a week. Because I'll have the Elvis, I'll have the Dovahkiin, and a bunch of other stuff. And if you're interested, guys, use the links down below. You can get $15 off of your first purchase as well. And it's always a good time. Just come and hang out, say hi, and I hope to see you there. But overall, guys, let me know in the comment section below what you think about that Elvis find. I think it's honestly the find of the century. Definitely something that you don't come across, and I would say 100% that's something very lucky. But also be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos like this one here in the series. Thanks for watching again. You guys are awesome and the best. Like always, remember to be kind of one another. Always promote positivity. I will see you in the next video. Catch you guys later.